Hello guys, Flashlight Enthusiast here. So today another review of the Sofirn light, this time the Sofirn SP36 Pro. This one actually was sent to me by review, so thank you so much for that opportunity to test this flashlight and give you some honest opinion about this one. As you know, I reviewed recently on my channel also the Sofirn SP36 BLF Anduril, so definitely comparing this one side by side and tell you which one is better, probably for what application. And we also have some competition here. The Haikelite HK04, same emitters, so definitely it will be interesting comparison. But for now guys, let's focus on the packaging itself, because it differs. I get the impression that Sofirn actually is working on their packaging a little bit more. As you can see, the previous packaging was something like this, and now we've got the Sofirn logo and some slogan quality, innovation, value. I like that one. It's a nice addition and touch. As you can see, we also have this sticker, but apart from that, here nothing. And here on the newer box we've got some QR codes for AliExpress, Alibaba stores and their official internet store, sofirnlight.com. I highly advise you checking this one out. They have some pretty interesting positions there. But moving on, we have here obviously some bubble for your flashlight protection. We also have some standard double O-ring replacement if the old one were out. We've got USB-C charging cable as a standard, because this flashlight is actually USB-C rechargeable, and we've got the manual, so standard for Sofirn to include this one in 4 languages, and nothing new here. And we also have this Sofirn card saying thank you and encouraging to review. I will just do that. Alright guys, so apart from that, some basic packages, but you have everything you need. There are also kit version with included batteries. This is not the case here, but if you will get this, the batteries will be actually installed inside the flashlight, so no additional space required here in the box, so the packaging will look just the same. Alright guys, I also with the flashlight got this holster, and I was told that the holster was actually a bonus for, you know, the bigger order. So let's see if the holster actually fits the flashlight. Well, could be better, but eventually you'll get used to this one. This is definitely a little bit loose for this flashlight, but definitely a nice addition for, you know, free item as a bonus for a bigger order. Good job, especially that the holster is high quality. As you can see, we've got some strong velcro here. We've got standard attachments, so belt loop, D-ring. Yeah, if only it wasn't so loose, you know, inside the holster, I mean the flashlight, will be perfect. Alright, let's focus on the flashlight itself. As you can see, this is brand new, no scratches or chips in anodization whatsoever, so excellent quality from the factory. I appreciate that one. Cooling fins are not too sharp. I mean, for that price, I mean $50, wow, excellent quality for such a low price. Definitely a budget-friendly version and option. Rubber port sits quite tightly, so I wouldn't suspect any waterproofness problems there. USB-C charging port. Let's plug it in. And obviously red while charging, green while has been charged. Alright. Let's seal this one. As I told you, it sits tightly, so that's good. As you can see, the anodization quality is excellent. These are a little bit rough, but it's justified due to the grip abilities. So wow, good. And look at these. Luckily no dust inside reflectors, only on the glass, but it's my fault. Beautiful SST40 LEDs in 5000K. Very well. Okay, and for comparison, I've got the BLF edition on Samsung LH351D 5000K also. As you can see, this flashlight has survived some falls and scratches, obviously chips in mineralization, but this flashlight has been with me for quite a long time, I believe 1.5 years, so yeah, it can have some damage, but still in excellent condition, given the time and the price. Wow, I'm really impressed. Obviously you will have some different LEDs, but apart from that they just, you know, swapped the LEDs, added the name Pro, and actually nothing changed really. So if you like the construction of original BLF and you are willing to sacrifice some color rendering instead of you know, more power, then definitely this flashlight might be a good choice. Let me show you the guts of this flashlight. Standard brass ring here. I'm using Sanyo GA on this one, but for full power you will probably need some higher discharge batteries like the Samsung 30Q or Sony 86. As you can see, double springs. Yeah, we have some residue at the board, but I don't believe it affects the current flow, so don't worry about this one. And this is only this particular sample. No sharp edges inside whatsoever. Oh, basically well made. Well done, well made. Alright, so we've got the default mode, and as you can see here in the beam pattern, I would identify some issues, I must say, for enthusiasts like me. I immediately see such things like, you know, rings and beam pattern. They are not visible here on that version, and as you can see, the beam color is also different. I mean, the Samsung produced much more pleasant beam profile, while the SSTs are a bit powerful. This is 8000 lumens and this one is about 5000, so yeah, you've got the brightness increase, but the tint is sacrificed, so you know the trade-off is fair as long as you know about it. Okay, about throw, yes, this flashlight throws feather, and the beam pattern is similar as long as the rings do not bother you. You will be perfectly fine. So in terms of charging, this flashlight will charge fast enough to give you some 5 hours of charging. The port is up to 2 amps, and in my testing I actually get some 1.70 1.8 amps, so yeah, this decent rate. In terms of sustainability, definitely these newer LEDs, SST40s, will give you more efficiency, thus higher sustainable output than the BLF edition. As you can see right now on the screen, the chart speaks of itself. Basically, you will have longer sustainable turbo, and then the drop will offer less drastically than in terms of Samsung LEDs, but still this flashlight is not a crazy sustainable king, but for everyday user you will probably not even see the difference, because the step down appears gradually and won't be visible to a naked eye that much, as you can see right now on the chart. Yeah, so comparing this one to the Haikelite HK04. As you can see, the size difference, but they both operate on 3 18650 batteries. Both have 4 SST40 emitters, but Haikelite can clearly outpace the Sofirn SP36 Pro in terms of beam distance as well as the width of the beam. You will probably get the idea of what I mean, because as you can see, the Haikelite has much wider beam pattern because of the reflector size. The Sofirn appears to be more focused, but in reality Haikelite will throw a little bit further also, but it is bigger and it's more expensive, and in my opinion it is also a little bit less well finished than the Sofirn. So in Sofirn we get, good runtime, high quality finish, and lower price, but in the Haikelite we get a little bit further beam distance, a little bit wider beam, and mass, so that the turbo output will last a little bit longer, but only a hair longer. So nothing crazy here, and the pocketability of this flashlight, obviously Sofirn here wins. In terms of the UI, it obviously uses Anduril, so if you want to go through all the options, check my video right in the corner. But basic operations: one click for on, one click for off. From off, hold the button to enter the lowest moonlight setting, then one click for off. Again, from on, you can also hold the button to increase and then decrease the brightness. Yeah, the one thing I noticed is that it appears a little bit jump during the ramping just now, but it's not something that will bother me because it's almost unnoticeable. Double tap for turbo, obviously from on. If you double tap from off, you will enter the highest regulated mode. If you double tap from off, you will enter the top ramp mode, and then double tap again to enter the turbo mode. So this is Anduril 1, not 2, so still take advantage of this while it lasts. Right guys, let's go to the forest and show you how it operates in the darkness. Right guys, here I am with Sofirn SP36 Pro. This is the default mode. As you can see, a little blizzard here tonight, but it only adds the charm. This is the top ramp setting, and now let's go to the turbo mode. Boom! Twice the drop, increase the brightness. Very nice. In reality it's more like neutral white, like pure white setting, no yellow whatsoever, just pure white, which is a very good color. Unfortunately, as you can see, as I rotate, you can see the ring in the beam. It is noticeable, especially in the snow, but in different terrain you won't be bothered by that. So overall a nice beam pattern, universal I must say. It has some throw to it, but also some light on the sides, as you can see right there. So definitely illuminating everything in your sight, not only in front of you. Definitely a compact little beast. Alright, this is the top ramp, and let's drop it down to the lowest setting. And now the original SP36 BLF edition. This is the default setting. Let's go to top ramp, which in my case is also turbo mode. Alright, as you can see guys, it's not that powerful, and also beam is a little bit more diffused. You cannot probably tell, but just believe me, believe my words that the color rendering is a little bit better here, but still not bad for the SST version. But this Samsung LH351D gives you better color rendering, especially on the snow. So yeah, we've got some hotspot, side light also, and as you can see, as I move, no ring whatsoever as in the SST40 version. So yep, very nice flashlight overall. Proven construction and design with some additional improvements of LED. Alright, and now the HK04 for SST40s. Default mode, as you can see, more greenish tint at the spot can be seen now. So let's go to the top ramp, and now the turbo mode. Ooh, yep, you can definitely see some power here. You can check my review for different beam shots, but here on this scenario, on this weather, definitely outfroze the rest. But it also gives you the most side light of all of them. So definitely different reflector design and Sofirn, but same LEDs, so I think we can compare this one both side by side. But for now, you have to believe me that the hotspot on this is the most intense one of three of them, and the power is similar to the Pro version of Sofirn. Very nice flashlight overall. The size is a little bit bigger, hence the thermal capabilities are also improved due to the thermal mass, but at the cost of weight and size, and the build quality is not that good as Sofirn, and Sofirn is cheaper, so the answer is obvious for me. Alright, let's go down, and this is the lowest. SST40, Samsung, SST40, Samsung, SST40, Samsung, SST40, Samsung, SST40, Samsung. Notice the hotspot and the rings in the beam. Haikelite, Sofirn, Haikelite, Sofirn, Haikelite, Sofirn. You can clearly see that the brightness is similar. Bakelite, Sofirn, Haikelite, Sofirn, Haikelite, Sofirn, Haikelite, Sofirn. Okie dokie, let's sum it up guys. I'm really pleased with this one, especially that this was sent to me for a test, and I really enjoyed playing with this flashlight. I mean, it is a nice improvement over the original BLF edition and some earlier versions with XPL2 LEDs. I'm glad that they kept the Anduril version of the UI, and I'm also glad that they offered this one in cool white and neutral white, both versions, because you know, some people would prefer cool white and some neutral white instead. So it's very nice for Sofirn to give you a choice. Also, a very useful thing is that they offer the kit version, so you won't bother with an external charger if you can charge it inside the flashlight. Don't worry if the cover pops out when your flashlight gets hot. It is normal due to the pressure increasing inside the flashlight due to the heat, so don't worry, it is normal behavior. Just to make sure that the port is sealed when you enter, you know, moisty environment or even a slight immersion. Apart from that guys, obviously the tint is not perfect, like you know, the Samsung LEDs will produce more pleasant beam to your eyes, but again, if you're looking for something more sustainable and producing less heat in the time and feather throws and giving you more wow effect, then definitely the Sofirn SP36 Pro will give you that and will be a good improvement over the BLF edition. But if you still would like to have good tint and color rendering, then definitely stick to the original BLF version. You won't be disappointed. Alright guys, if you like the video, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button because more videos are on the way. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching and we will see you in the next one.